Rangers are gearing up for a massive overhaul of their squad this summer as the San Francisco 49ers are nearing the completion of their takeover, marking a major turning point for the club. Fans are buzzing with anticipation as many believe the club's future depends on the changes that are about to unfold. The 49ers' imminent arrival is seen as a transformative development that could propel Rangers back to the top of Scottish football, not only in terms of on-field performance, but also in financial stability. For the first time in years, Rangers supporters are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel as a complete squad rebuild is on the cards. However, it's clear that this overhaul will not be a quick fix. According to sources close to the club, Rangers are preparing for a significant period of transition, one that may take several windows to complete. While the 49ers are likely to introduce fresh blood into the team, they're also going to have to exercise caution. They won't be splashing huge amounts of cash on players immediately. Instead, they plan to build a foundation that will set the club up for long-term success. Rangers supporters have been told to be patient, as it might take time for the team to develop into serious challengers for the Premiership title again, especially given how dominant Celtic have been in recent years. One of the most pressing issues in this upcoming squad transformation is the future of the club captain James Tavernier. Tavernier, who has been an integral part of the team for several seasons, is under close scrutiny as a new ownership takes shape. For years, he has been the ever-present leader, always ready to step up in crucial moments, often rescuing the team with his goals and assists. However, sources have suggested that Tavernier could be nearing the end of his tenure at IBROX, with the possibility of a summer exit on the horizon. The 33-year-old right-back, who has been a stalwart for Rangers, might have played his final season in blue as the club looks to move in a new direction. Despite his age, Tavernier still commands attention from clubs around Europe and beyond. His contract with Rangers expires in the summer of 2026, and if he doesn't sign an extension this year or next, the club could be faced with the reality of losing him for nothing once his contract runs out. The impending decision regarding Tavernier has already led to interest from clubs in Italy and the United States, who are reportedly keeping tabs on the veteran defender. The 49ers, who are known for their strategic approach to investment, may also see offloading Tavernier as a way to free up significant room in the club's wage bill. Tavernier is one of the highest earners at Rangers, so his departure could offer the club much needed financial flexibility in the coming seasons. Although there have been rumors linking Tavernier to the Saudi Pro League, no concrete offers have materialized as of yet. Clubs in Saudi Arabia are increasingly focused on younger talents this summer, preferring to target emerging stars rather than established players like Tavernier, unless they are globally recognized figures such as Mohamed Salah. Therefore, as we head into the summer window, it will become clearer whether Tavernier stays or follows others out the door, as several players are expected to leave IBROX in this period of rebuilding. Meanwhile, there's a lot of buzz surrounding a potential new arrival at Rangers. The club is in advanced discussions with Dundee over the signing of attacking midfielder Lyle Cameron. The 22-year-old has been in fine form for Dundee, and with his contract set to expire at the end of the season, he has agreed to make the move to IBROX. However, since Cameron came through the ranks at Dundee, Rangers will need to pay compensation to the club. Talks are underway to settle the fee before the matter is taken to a transfer tribunal, which could be a drawn-out and costly process for both sides. Dundee's managing director John Nelms has been in touch with Rangers CEO Patrick Stewart in the hope of finding a mutually agreeable solution before the situation escalates. Nelms has admitted that while the discussions are still in the very early stages, the aim is to avoid the tribunal route, as the process can be contentious, as evidenced by previous cases. The talks regarding Cameron's potential transfer reflect Rangers' focus on securing young, talented players who can help the club rebuild over time. Cameron's move is a clear sign that Rangers are looking to strengthen their squad with players who have the potential to make an immediate impact, but also offer long-term value. This aligns with the club's strategy of slowly building a team that can consistently compete for top honors both domestically and in Europe. However, with Dundee seeking compensation for the midfielder, the two clubs will need to find common ground before moving forward. Rangers fans will be watching closely, eager to see if this deal is finalized before the start of the new season. In other news, one of the most intriguing and audacious transfer stories of the summer revolves around Greg Taylor, the Celtic left-back, who could be on his way to Rangers. This potential move would certainly stir the pot, as it would see a player crossing the fiercest divide in Scottish football. Taylor, whose contract at Celtic Park is set to expire at the end of the current season, has become a target for Rangers as they look to bolster their squad ahead of next season. Although such transfers are rare and controversial, there is growing speculation that Rangers could make a serious play for the 27-year-old who has been a regular fixture in Celtic's starting 11 since joining the club from Kilmarnock in 2019. Taylor's potential move to IBROX would not only add depth to Rangers' squad, but also provide them with a proven domestic player who knows the Scottish game inside and out. Taylor has established himself as one of the most dependable left-backs in the league, and with his contract nearing its end, Rangers are keen to capitalize on the opportunity to sign him on a free transfer. Given his experienced leadership qualities and consistency as Celtic, Taylor would be a valuable addition to Rangers, particularly as the club looks to rebuild and improve in several key areas. The idea of a player moving between Celtic and Rangers has always been met with controversy, and Taylor would certainly face a lot of scrutiny if he were to make the switch. However, former Scotland international and prominent pundit Michael Stewart has publicly backed the move, urging Rangers to pursue Taylor as a viable target. Stewart believes that from a footballing perspective, it makes perfect sense for Rangers to bring in a player of Taylor's quality, especially considering that he would be available on a free transfer. Stewart has also pointed out that Taylor's inclusion in the Scotland squad would be beneficial for Rangers, as he would count towards the domestic player quota, which is an important factor in squad registration rules. Although the transfer would be a bold and somewhat surprising move, it makes sense for Rangers in terms of squad building. Taylor is a well-established figure in Scottish football, and his experience could be crucial as Rangers seek to close the gap with Celtic in the coming years. While it's still uncertain whether Taylor would be open to the move, the prospect of him joining Rangers is not out of the question. If he does make the switch, it would go down as one of the most audacious and controversial moves in recent Scottish football history. For now, speculation continues to swirl, and only time will tell whether this shock transfer becomes a reality. As Rangers look to build a squad capable of challenging Celtic at the top of the Scottish Premiership, the summer ahead is shaping up to be one of the most exciting and pivotal periods in the club's recent history. With the backing of the Sand, Francisco 49ers, the club is poised to embark on a new chapter one that could finally see them return to their former glory. The question remains, however, how quickly can they rebuild and which players will make the cut. Stay tuned as we continue to follow all the latest developments at IBROX. As the summer transfer window rapidly approaches, Rangers are not only focusing on potential incoming players, but are also bracing for several key departures, with more names expected to be added to the growing list of players potentially on their way out of IBROX. The club's leadership knows that they have to make bold decisions, and the restructuring of the squad is paramount to ensuring the club's competitiveness for years to come. Some of the decisions will be tough, and no one is safe from the chopping block with veteran players and newcomers alike under scrutiny. The club is heading into a new era, one where major changes are inevitable, and fans are hoping that the moves made this summer will set the foundation for future success. One player whose future is in doubt is Alfredo Morelos. The Colombian striker has been a key figure for Rangers since his arrival in 2017, quickly becoming one of the most dangerous forwards in Scottish football. Morelos has a powerful presence in the box, and his goal-scoring ability has been a driving force for the team in several seasons. However, as Rangers enter this phase of rebuilding, it is clear that the club is looking to freshen up their attacking options. Morelos has been linked with moves away from Rangers for some time, and his contract is set to expire in 2024. With his future up in the air, Rangers may be ready to part ways with Morelos this summer, especially if the right offer comes in. The club has a decision to make: either renew his contract and make him part of their long-term plans, or cash in on him now while his value is still high. Rangers' pursuit of fresh attacking talent also brings the club to an interesting crossroads. With Morelos potentially leaving the club, is on the lookout for new faces who can bring an immediate impact. In the final third, one name that has been floated in the media recently is that of Dutch forward Vincent Janssen. The former Tottenham Hotspur striker, currently playing in Mexico, has been in excellent form, and Rangers are reportedly keeping tabs on him as they consider options to strengthen their attack. Janssen's experience in top-flight football and his ability to lead the line could make him a valuable addition to the squad, and with Rangers' need for a striker who can step into the role left by Morelos, he could be a perfect fit. The move for Janssen could be a statement of intent for Rangers, signaling that they are serious about competing for titles and European glory once again. Alongside the potential exits and new signings, Rangers' midfield options are also likely to see some changes. The club has been in need of more creativity in the middle of the park, especially in games where they struggle to break down compact defenses. One player who has been the subject of much debate is Ryan Jack. Jack has been a mainstay in the Rangers midfield for several years, but there have been whispers that his time at the club could soon be coming to an end. At the age of 31, Jack may be at the tail end of his peak years, and Rangers might look to move on from him as part of their squad overhaul. His departure would free up space in the midfield for a younger, more dynamic player who could bring the creativity and energy needed to propel Rangers forward in the coming seasons. As part of the midfield shakeup, one area that Rangers have been linked with is the pursuit of a number 10, an attacking midfielder who can provide that spark in the final third. Rangers are reportedly eyeing a move for Brazilian midfielder Gustavo Henrique, currently playing in the Italian Serie A. Henrique has impressed scouts with his flare vision and ability to pick out key passes, making him a perfect fit for Rangers' system. With the 49ers at the helm, the club is likely to target players who can elevate the team both in Scotland and on the European stage, and Henrique's signing would be a clear indication that Rangers are aiming to strengthen their squad significantly. While incoming transfers are critical for the success of the rebuild, Rangers are also looking to part with some of their fringe players whose roles within the squad have diminished over the years. One of the more notable names in this category is Scott Arfield. The Canadian midfielder has had a solid career at Rangers, but has struggled for regular game time in recent seasons. At 34, Arfield may be considered surplus to requirements as Rangers shift towards a younger, more energetic midfield. Although his experience and leadership qualities are undeniable, it is likely that the club will look for more pace and dynamism in their midfield options moving forward. Similarly, defenders such as Leon Balogun and Philip Helander may find themselves looking for new clubs. Balogun, who has spent a number of years with Rangers, has been in and out of the team due to injury and form issues. At 35 years old, he is not getting any younger, and it seems likely that Rangers will want to revamp their defensive options with younger, quicker centre-backs. Meanwhile, Helander, who has shown promise in flashes, has also struggled with injuries and has never quite managed to secure a permanent place in the starting lineup. With the new ownership taking charge, there will likely be a concerted effort to bring in fresh defensive reinforcements with an emphasis on players who can provide long-term stability. In addition to the departures, there's a growing sense of excitement around the possibility of Rangers bringing in some big-name signings that could change the dynamic of the squad. The arrival of a world-class player could send shockwaves through Scottish football and give Rangers the boost they need to compete at the highest level. While there are no concrete reports linking specific high-profile names to the club, at this point, the expectation is that the new 49ers-led regime will make some bold moves in the transfer market to strengthen key areas of the squad. The combination of potential player exits, new arrivals, and a shift in club philosophy under the 49ers ownership is bound to make for an eventful summer at ABERDEEN. While it remains to be seen which players will stay and who will go, the club's focus on building a sustainable and competitive team for the future is clear. Fans will be eagerly watching as the next chapter in Rangers history unfolds, hoping that the changes made this summer will return the club to the pinnacle of Scottish football and beyond. The club is entering a new era, one that promises to be full of challenges but also full of opportunity. With the 49ers What's 49ers financial backing and long-term vision? Rangers fans are hoping that their club will once again become a dominant force in Scottish football and make waves on the European stage. The next few months will be crucial in shaping the future of this historic club, and the decisions made in the transfer market will be key to ensuring that Rangers are in the best position to compete for the biggest trophies once again. The anticipation is building, and IBROX is ready for the exciting journey ahead. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. The buzz surrounding Bojan MIOVSKI's potential move to Rangers has reached fever pitch, with fans eagerly awaiting an official announcement. Sources close to the club have hinted at a major transfer, creating a storm of speculation online. MIOVSKI, currently plying his trade at Girona in La Liga, has been the subject of interest for several top clubs this summer. But it's Rangers who seem to have taken the lead, with reports of personal terms already being discussed. The 25-year-old forward, who recently signed a 4-year deal with Girona after a standout season at ABERDEEN, has caught the eye of many. With his goal-scoring prowess, his quick rise through the ranks from Bragaunica to the Scottish Premiership and eventually La Liga has made him one of Europe's most talked-about players. Rangers, eager to bolster their attacking options, see MIOVSKI as a potential game-changer in their hunt for silverware. Fans are buzzing with anticipation, debating the potential impact MIOVSKI could have in the Scottish Premiership. His ability to lead the line and score from various positions makes him an intriguing addition to a Rangers squad in need of fresh attacking firepower. With the club's recent struggles in securing consistent goal-scoring form, MIOVSKI's arrival could provide the much-needed spark. While the deal is far from official, the chatter surrounding this transfer continues to dominate conversations across Scotland. Rangers supporters are holding their breath, hoping this transfer saga concludes with MIOVSKI donning the famous blue jersey next season. What's clear is that should the move materialize, it could set the stage for a thrilling new chapter in the player's promising career. Greetings fans, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.